Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today I want to talk about 3 habits that will guarantee that you lose MMR. So basically I'm going to go over these 3 ideas, and then I'm going to kind of elaborate on them and talk about what you can do to fix them as well. Basically, the thing I would say I'm most passionate about when it comes to Dota is how you learn, what you're doing to learn. Because honestly guys, the main path that most people take when it comes to just improving, well, if you're watching these videos, is maybe watching the occasional video, watching the occasional guide, and then just playing and playing and playing. And that's fine, right? To an extent, that is what you should do. If you watch one of my videos and then try to implement the ideas, honestly, you're probably gonna gain a good amount of MMR. However, if you're not, or you feel like you're not going up as fast as possible, then a video like the one you're currently watching is going to help. So hear me out on what I have to say, and let's get into it. Also, I want to tell you guys that if you've been struggling with solo queue and you're looking to get to the next rank, I'm going to be able to help you. Like, literally, with the gameleap website, I'm going to give you guys guides that are going to make it unbelievably clear on what you need to do. So if you've been stuck in the solo queue grind, you don't know what to do, and you want to become absolutely broken, but like actually you want to become much better at Dota, and you want to take it more seriously, the gameleap website is going to help you do that. So click the link down below. I'm going to help you get to the next rank, and I'll see you there. Alright, so the first idea or first habit that is going to guarantee that you lose MMR is getting stuck with your current Dota beliefs and having no friends. Now, I know, I can already hear the comments. Speed, you know, I just can't make any friends. I have no friends. All right, go find, just get some friends, man. Find some friends who care about improving, all right? Assuming you're watching this video because you want to get better, all right? Not that, you know, you want to have fun at the same time. I enjoy Dota, but I enjoy Dota by improving. Assuming you want to do that, you need to find a friend group immediately, all right? Dota is a game that has evolved over time. One thing I want you guys to think about is compare TI1 to TI10. It is freaking hilarious. Now, Dota is a completely different game in and of itself, but the difference in skill is laughable. It is laughable how bad TI1 was. Go watch the TI1 game. Pause this video, go watch it. It's hilarious, man, how bad they were. You don't even realize how bad they are until you look back at it. You're like, what are they doing? And you might be like, oh, but the meta was different. I'm sure it was, but they still were awful. So Dota is a game that is evolving over time. In fact, it doesn't take 10, 15 years for it to evolve, like the time frame from TI1 to TI10. It's evolving every single week, month, year. It's constantly, people are constantly getting better. This is always the case with video games. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the idea of power creep, right? So there's also player creep or player power creep, and you have to be adapting. So if you have the same ideas that you had 2 years ago when it comes to the game, you don't feel like you think about the game any different, or you do not have people challenging your thoughts, you are going to get stuck in the same MMR. You need to get friends or get a coach. I offer coaching. That's not the point of this video, but that's one thing to keep in mind as well. Here's another thing I recommend that you do when it comes to this type of thing, right? You have to doubt your own thoughts and beliefs, right? So next time you play a pub, or you're in a ranked game, pay attention to your negative thoughts in particular, the thought that permeates your mind for an extended period of time, right? These are the thoughts that are often just cope, right? If one idea sticks on your mind for an entire match, you're harping on one thing way too long. That idea, that one thought, this one negative thought or one complaint that you received from a teammate or whatever it is going to prevent you from getting better. Because the reason is, even if you might be like, oh, but it only happens occasionally, it doesn't matter. Even if it happens one game, it's going to affect the way you think for the next 3, 5, 10, right? It's going to grief you. So when you have that thought, you can type it to me in Discord. You can message me on Discord, be like, Speed, this is the shitty thought I had. Just identify that you are having crappy thoughts. I have crappy thoughts. I have to call myself out from time to time. I do it. I do it on stream, right? I call myself out. I'm like, I'm being stupid, right? I'm being stupid. I'm over harping on something. I'm not focused. I'm not focused on myself. You have to do that. All right. And finally, find a friend group. I kind of mentioned this before. Find a friend group that challenges you immediately, please. If your friends just let you be an ass in pubs, all right? If your friends don't question you and you're just completely toxic in pubs, right? If they don't question a little bit, they're like, maybe you're a little bit crazy, bro. Chill out a bit, you know? Stop being a complete menace. All right? You're trying to win the game. Hopefully, I hope you're trying to do that. You need friends that do that, and you need friends who also teach you the game a little bit, right? You should be teaching things to each other. That is one of the best things about human beings. We listen. We can listen. All right? We can learn from each other so quickly. In fact, some of my recent improvements on my road to rank 14 in North America are largely in part to my other high MMR friends. I cannot stress this enough. The amount I learned from the friends I've made along the journey, friends who are much better than me at this game. Even when I've passed some of them in rank, I genuinely believe a lot of them are smarter than me when it comes to Dota, especially when it comes to certain ideas. Not everything, of course not everything, but when it comes to certain ideas, they can teach me, they can help me, and they have helped me. They have taught me so much, man. They tell me when I'm stupid, and they tell me when I'm smart, and they give me confidence, they give me motivation to play the games, they give me a sense of hope, and that is very important in solo queue. All right, getting into the second habit, I really wanted to harp on that first one for a while because I felt very passionate about that one. The second one is harping on one item skill builder play. Now, I'm going to go over this quickly because it kind of ties into the previous point, but my God, if you do this, just cut it out immediately. It is very similar to the last point, but please, just cut it out. Just cut it out. If you harp on one thing for an entire game, once again, it's kind of what I've said before. Please stop. You're screwed if you do this. All right, your improvement will be slowed down so much. And the thing is, this often happens in cycles. There'll be periods of time where you're in a good mood, you're excited to play, and you're not doing this. And then there's periods of time where you are doing it. Please don't be the guy who, when I ask, and I have a lot of coaching students in the past that are like this, it's frustrating as shit. I'll be like, man, you were really toxic in that pub, right? Like they'll send me a replay. They're like flaming people and paying people. I'm like, man, what's going on? Why are you acting like this? They'll be like, oh, I don't, that it just happens. It was just one game. It was 2 games. No, it's not. All right, you have to be careful about these periods of time where you're tilted. Either don't play ranked or reset, right? I don't know, go get some water, go meditate, go hit the gym, go sleep, do something, man. Do something that isn't Dota. Go watch True Sight. That's a great way to find motivation for Dota. Please do something. If you find that you are harping on one anything, you are done for, man. Dota's way too complicated for that. If you think you won the game because of you lost the game because of one thing, you're so dumb. I hate to break it to you. I don't know how else to put it. You're dumb. You are dumb. Or you cannot think in a game where there's a million decisions a minute that one play changed the game. And I know people are gonna be like, Red Speed, my Ursa broke his items at minute 30. And what am I supposed to do about that? That's not the point. You are missing the point. If your head in the exact moment I said that came up with an example of why that's wrong, you are the problem. You have a problem. You cannot focus on one thing for a really long extended period of time. Yes, you can learn from the issues. All right, if you died going high ground, or your Ursa with no Aegis and no BKB ran high ground and died, learn from it and move on. You will probably never see that guy in your pub again, and even if you do, right? Even if you do, who cares? Okay, it doesn't matter. You don't need to worry about this guy's improvement. You don't need to tell him what to do. You might be like, but Speed, I need to tell him what to do to win my game. Guys, he's not going to improve in a game. And you know how you're going to say it? You're going to be like, man, can you just stop going high ground, man? Can you buy a BKB? You're going to say it like that. You know how they're going to respond? I'm breaking my items. I'm running down mid. They're not going to listen. They're going to mute you. They're going to jungle for the rest of the game. Great. Now you don't have the rest of your Dota match. Now you're wasting the next 20 minutes. Wonderful. Nice. You've done it. You wasted everybody's time, including your own. Fantastic. All right, let's get into the third point. So the third point is not understanding the importance of the mid lane and mid tier 1. I cannot stress this enough. Holy man. I got to make an entire video on this just with like 20 different examples on why this is important. Guys, the mid lane, the mid tower, it controls the game, okay? It controls the most important vision of the game, which is mid. The middle, literally the middle of the map is the most important vision of the game because it's where you make the majority of your plays, and it's where you're going to, let's say you want to go into the enemy jungle. It has to go through mid. Let's say you want to take Roshan. You generally go through mid. Everything happens through mid. When you take the enemy tier 1 mid tower, there are so many more kill opportunities. There's so many more smoke opportunities. Okay, on top of that, if you watch an average 8,000 to 9,000 MMR game, okay, this is your average like pro Twitch stream, you will almost never see no one mid. From minute 1 to minute 50. There will basically never be a point in the game where no one is mid unless it is a 5-man smoke to a side lane to take a team fight. Okay, even then, you'll see a pro team smoke to a side lane and someone will linger behind to clear the mid wave so that it shoves in so that they get vision of the enemy team on the enemy team side of the map. Okay, the mid lane controls Dota. Why? Because that is where you play fast from. So when you take the mid tier 1 tower, you have so many more options. You can play the map so much faster. You have so much more kill opportunity, right? And the enemy team, they're gonna have a hard time dealing with that because their best TP is mid tier 2, which is a very defensive point on the map. It's very far away, very, very far away. On top of that, dude, like literally, I watch 3K MMR pubs all the time. That's like my job half the time. When I watch these games, there will be a 2-minute period of time where no one on both teams is mid. You could solo kill the mid tower in that time as any hero. I know people are like, I'm a Bane specialist. I shouldn't go mid. You probably should. Why? You want points in Nightmare. You want points in Enfeeble later on. You want to get the mid tower. You want to bait a rotation mid, sleep them and walk away. Like there's so much. Just go watch a pro game right now, man. Just watch any Twitch stream and watch this. You will learn so much. Go to a Twitch stream, watch the minimap, watch the mid lane. Then watch the minimap in particular, right? That's what I mean. Watch the minimap. Then go watch one of your 3K pubs and watch the mid lane. It will not be the same. You might be like, oh, but speed. In my games, everyone is just fighting mid for 30 minutes. You're wrong. Okay, man. Okay. Sure, if that's what you think, sure. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the gameleap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.